officially hit $37,000 in payouts on the month, meaning I broke the $300,000 barrier that I once had in payouts. So 10 months ago, I had $0 in payouts, and now I have just over $300,000 in payouts. Here is the exact concept that allowed me to go from unprofitable to profitable. And no, this is not some bullshit. I'm not gonna feed you some fucking strategy. This is purely psychology, right? This is not a fucking concept like an order block, a fair value gap, a fib, none of that bullshit. The concept that genuinely allowed me to grow from unprofitable to profitable in day trading was the fucking concept of greed. Being greedy in the markets. Knowing when to not be greedy and when to cut your fucking losses is what is going to determine your success as a trader. If you cannot go onto the markets every single morning and be satisfied with a small win or be satisfied with a loss or a break even, you are never going to be successful. If you cannot be satisfied with following your system, which your system includes losses, by the way, a winning system has losses. I don't know who taught you guys that you have to win every trade. That is so stupid, right? The best traders in the markets are simply the best at losing. That is how trading works. That is how trading is always going to work. You think Wall Street cries like a bitch and blows their funded accounts when they fucking take a losing trade? No. They don't lock themselves out either, but they stop fucking trading and they look for the next setup. They look for their setup that presents itself, but they have like algos and shit, so it's completely different, right? Robots do not follow a fucking emotional system like we do. Robots trade strictly off fucking coding and what they are taught to trade. They can't full port their accounts. They can't go on tilt. They can't go on edge because they don't have emotions. Robots don't have the emotions and flaws that we do as humans. In order to become a successful trader, you have to think like a robot. You have to exclude fucking emotions from the equation. Emotions cannot be a factor while you're trading. Emotions go hand in hand with greed. When you take a loss, you get emotional, right? You can't take that loss. Oh, I shouldn't have taken that loss. I should be up for the day, but I wanted my trade to hit. No, your trade loss, that is part of your system. Deal with it. That is a statistical loss. The next trade might be a win, might be a loss. You're gonna have to deal with that too. That is not part of whatever system you think you're fucking trading that has a 100% win rate. No, any system with a realistically 30% win rate or above is going to be a good system, unless you have a 1 to 10 RR system. I don't know how that shit works. I personally trade a 1 to 1, 1 to 2 system with a higher win rate. Helps my confidence, helps my psychology, makes it easier for me to take a loss because I know that I will win 8 or 9 out of 10 trades, right? But the concept of greed is what is going to draw the line between unprofitable and profitable, right? Sorry if I've been yapping recently, but when I say the concept of greed holds the power to make you profitable, I mean the concept of acknowledging that you are not a greedy person. Knowing when to take your profits. Take your fucking profits. Take your money in the markets. Never turn a winning trade turn into a losing day, right? If you are up on a trade, you should never let that turn into a loss, right? You're being greedy. If you're letting a trade run thousands of points or hundreds of points and not taking your profits, you are being greedy. You just want more and more money. You want to see the end result happen now. You want to see what you deserve to happen in the next few years happen tomorrow. You cannot rush the process. You're being greedy and you're being impatient, right? For some fucking reason, I don't know why, you can't take a loss. You can't fucking be patient for the next month or two of your life to make the money you deserve to make. Stop trying to rush the results. Stop being fucking greedy. Take your profits where you can. If you see an eternal high, if you see your take profit get hit, take your profit. Stop holding past your take profit. I see so many people who move their stop loss, who move their take profit. They keep dragging their take profit higher and higher, thinking the market's just gonna run higher. Or if you're in shorts, lower and lower, thinking it's gonna keep dumping. And then it turns into a loss. It turns into a break even. You know how many students I've had send me trades where they're up 50, 60 points on NQ and it turns into a loss? Do you know how stupid I make them feel for that? Do you know how stupid you are if you fucking turn a 50-point win into a loss? Trail your stop, take your profits, or go break even. Never let a winning trade turn into a losing day. You have to be a moron for that to happen, right? Stop being an idiot, stop being greedy. If you are impatient or greedy in the markets, you will never be rewarded. Those are the two concepts that you have to apply every single day on a daily basis if you actually want to be profitable. You have to understand your system is going to be proven to make you money over the course of XYZ amount of time. That does not have to be today. That does not have to be this week. Maybe your system makes you money at the end of the month. Maybe you lose every trade this week, but you win every trade next week, and you're gonna be up for the week, assuming you have more than a 1-to-1 RR, right? Or maybe you win every trade for 3 weeks, but that last week of the month, you lose every day, right? Are you gonna fucking be greedy and not accept your loss? You're gonna move your stop loss because you couldn't take that fucking loss, right? Maybe you moved your take profit because you were mad that you lost the trade before, so now you're just trying to make more money. Maybe you add size to your position, right? All those habits are breaking your rules, breaking your system. When you're adding like external factors like doubling your position for random trades or taking trades that aren't part of your system, you are automatically making your system shit. You had a good system. You have a system that has 80% win rate with one contract. It'll make you on average like $3,000-$4,000 a week. The second you add a second contract to that, or the second you half your contract sizing, or the second you take a trade because you feel like it's gonna go up or you feel like it's gonna go down that doesn't actually follow your model, follow your rules, you already lost. You already lost. You already set yourself up for failure by breaking your rules, right? If you can't accept your win where your take profit was, no matter how small the win was, no matter how small, how big the win was, take your profits. If you can't accept a loss, no matter how big the loss is, you are never going to be fucking profitable. You are just being greedy because you can't take a loss. The markets are giving you the opportunity to literally make money from your computer. You are going to lose some. You win some, you lose some. That is how the game works. The point of the game is to control your losses. As a trader, you don't have to make the most wins. You don't have to make the most money in a trade. All you have to do as a trader is control your fucking losses. It is that simple. It is that simple. Oh, how do I control my losses? Easier said than done. You take your loss where your stop loss is. If it hits, if your take profit hits, your take profit hit, you won the trade. If your stop loss hit, your stop loss hits. Hop off the fucking charts. You shouldn't be trading more than one trade a day. And if you have a system that trades more than one trade a day, then de-risk and look for a second trade that follows your entry model, that follows your rules, your system. Don't enter a trade because you're mad that you lost the first one. Don't enter a fucking trade because you felt that you shouldn't have won that first trade, right? Or lost that first trade. Do you know how stupid that is? Do you know how much you're gonna regret going on till, going off your edge? Do you know how much you're gonna regret blowing your account and losing X amount of money because you lost one trade? Do you know how stupid that is? You could win 10 trades, take one more. That one trade is a loss. You are going to let that one loss dictate the last 10 trades you took and flush all of those profits away. No. You know who would let that happen? A greedy, impatient fuck. A greedy, impatient fuck would let one bad trade dictate all 10 of his losses and flush everything away, right? Don't be an idiot. Statistically, if you took 11 trades and won 10 of them, you're up 9R. At the minimum, you're up 9R, right? So why are you mad? The markets give you the chance to fucking make money from your computer while not doing shit. Why are you fucking mad that you lost a trade, right? It's not all fucking sunshine and rainbows. You're not gonna win every fucking trade. That's not how it works, okay? Stop being greedy. Take your profits where you can. Accept your losses when they happen, and I promise the market will fucking reward you, all right? I'm gonna leave the link to the free Discord in the bio if you guys are interested in that. If not, I have the vault, 3 calls a week and daily buys. If you guys are interested in that, link is in bio, all right? Please take my fucking advice. Don't be a fucking idiot, all right? I will see you boys tomorrow. Have a great weekend. Peace out.